The Bulgars were semi-nomadic warrior tribes of Turkic extraction who flourished in the Pontic Caspian steppe and the Volga region during the 7th century, emerging as nomadic equestrians in the Volga-Ural region. According to some researchers, their roots can be traced to Central Asia. During their westward migration across the Eurasian steppe, the Bulgars absorbed other ethnic groups and cultural influences, including Hunnic, Iranian and Indo-European. Modern genetic research on Central Asian Turkic people and ethnic groups related to the Bulgars points to an affiliation with Western Eurasian and European populations. The Bulgars spoke a Turkic language, i.e., Bulgar language of Oghuric branch. They preserved military titles, organization and customs of Eurasian steppes, as well as pagan shamanism and belief in the sky deity Tangra. The Bulgars became semi-sedentary during the 7th century in the Pontic Caspian steppe, establishing the polity of Old Great Bulgaria c. 635, which was absorbed by the Khazar Empire in 668 AD. In c. 679 Khan Asparuh conquered Scythia Minor, opening access to Moesia, and established the First Bulgarian Empire. In the Balkans, the Bulgars became a political and military elite, and merged with previous populations, such as the Thracians and Vlachs, and was Slavicized, thus forming modern Bulgarians. The remaining Pontic Bulgars migrated in the 7th century to the Volga River, where they founded the Volga Bulgaria. They preserved their identity well into the 13th century. The Volga Tatars and Chuvash people claim to be originated from the Volga Bulgars. Etymology and origin. The etymology of the ethnonym Bulgar is not completely understood and difficult to trace back earlier than the 4th century AD. It is generally believed to derive from the Turkic buffer. From the time of Wilhelm Tomacek, it was considered common Turkic Bulgar or Bulyar and consonant suffix r. Talatik and interpreted Bulgar to mean mixing, rather than mixed. Both Gayula Nemeth and Peter Benjamin Golden initially advocated the mixed-race theory, but later, like Paul Pelliot, considered that, to incite rebel, or to produce a state of disorder, i.e., the disturbers, would be a suitable name for the nomads. Among the many other theories, Detchev supported a Germanic interpretation meaning combative people, attributed by the Gepids and Ostrogoths to the descendants of the European Huns, and G. A. Keramopoulos associated the Burgi with the Roman Limes. Theorists also speculated that the ethnonym is related to the city name of Bork in Bactria, and the river Volga, while Zeki Validi Togun considered the unattested form Belgur or Belgur to be from Balagur. Nemeth identified, through Oga, an etymological association between the Kutraguzga less than Tok 9 in Proto-Bulgaric, Tok in Common Turkic, and Uturgyurs as Oghur tribes, with the ethnonym Bulgar as their spreading adjective. Karate interpreted Gur, Gurs, country, and noted the Tikhon derivation of Gur from the Altaic suffix gir, which is related to the word yir, meaning earth, place. Generally, modern scholars consider the tribal terms Aguz or Oghur to be derived from Turkic *og uq, meaning kinship or being akin to. The terms initially were not the same, as oq, oxes meant arrow, while ogul meant offspring, child, son. Ugus was tribe, clan, and the verb ogsa, oqsa meant to be like, resemble. Karate considered the Kutragurs and Uturgyurs to be two related, ancestral people, and prominent tribes later in the Bulgaric Union, but different from the Bulgars. Golden considered the origin of the Kutragurs and Uturgyurs obscure and their relationship to the Onogars and Bulgars who lived in the same region, or in its vicinity, as unclear. He noted the assumption of the two tribes being related to the Saragas, and that according to Procopius they were two Hunnic tribal unions of Cimmerians descent. The reason later Byzantine sources frequently linked the names on Ogres and Bulgars is also unclear. According to Karate, the mixed theory cannot prove the usual explanation by scholars about the making of Bulgars. He considered that the coming of Ogres tribes and withdrawing Huns, who met in the north of the Black Sea, to be a faulty theory because the Ogres came to Europe in 463, while Bulgars are first formally mentioned in 482. An overly short time period for such an ethnical process. Sanping Chen explained that the mix and disturbers theories may not be mutually exclusive. During the 4th century, the Buluoji of China, a barbarian group, was represented as both a mixed race and troublemaker. Peter A. Budberg noted that the Buluoji in the Chinese sources were recorded as remnants of the Xiongnu Confederation, and had strong Caucasian elements. Similarly, Boris Simeonov identified the Tyler-Tokagus tribe Pugu with the Bulgars. The Pugu were mentioned in Chinese sources from 103 BC up to the 8th century AD, and later were situated among the eastern Tyler tribes, as one of the highest-ranking tribes after the Bulgars. According to the Chronicle by Michael the Syrian, which comprises several historical events of different age into one story, 3 mythical Scythian brothers set out on a journey from the mountain Amaun in Asia and reached the river Tanais, the country of the Alans called Barsalia, which would be later inhabited by the Bulgars and the Pugars.